Circle of Nations School presents. I'm Wiskomen. I'm Anishinaabe. I'm from Turtle Mountain, Wiigwaassabakoon. Bear Clan. I'm a father, a grandfather, a teacher, and I'm very honored to be here at Circle Nation School. The teaching this week has been Wiigwaassabakoon, which is birch bark scrolls. And so I've been working with birch bark a long time, and I am a keeper of Wiigwaassabakoon, many of them. And so I've come to teach the children here about symbology, pictography, ideology, about looking at images and symbols and looking how to communicate or through symbology, and as our ancestors did. We are many different people, we are many different tribes, different languages, but we're more alike today than we are different. And in the future, I believe that this kind of form of communication is going to be important again. And I'm trying to get the children to look at this form of communication because it's all around us, as it was in ancient times, as it is today, and it will be in the future.
My name is Tiana Martinez, and for this story I didn't really name him, but it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast. First, there's these two people that fall in love, but they have no money or wealth, and they decide to get married. They have a baby, and she grows up, and she meets a guy, starts talking to him, and she finds out he's a fisher. Well, when winter came, he turned into a bear, and she loved him, so it broke the curse, so he turned back into a human, and they decided to marry, and they died happy together. The end.
They kind of just looked at these symbols. Oh my gosh.
He went after his story.
And they started just writing down. Okay, what is your story about?
My name is Myron Bowen. This story is called The Eagle. There was an eagle. He found a boy and a horse. They were at war with the crow and they killed his family. He was hiding. And then the eagle took the boy to his family. He stayed for 3 years. He went back down. He lived to be an old man and tell his grandchildren the story of the eagle. And then he died.
That other one, a nighthawk. And it could be like sparkling or something to make it safe.
Can you help me, Miss
Remember that.
Youngberg?
We go in the springtime and we find the Wiigwaassabakoon, the birch bark tree. It's a very special tree, and there's an old story behind it from our father. And we want to remember him, and so we remember him by feeding him and smudging him and giving him a gift before we take the gift he's going to bestow upon him. So we cut the outer bark of the white birch, and then we peel, and we look for the inner bark, the good clear inner bark. Once that's made, we gather cherry sticks, and we do from the different cedar, basswood trees. And then from there we shred them, the inner bark, and we use them for twine. We use the bone from the deer, the leg, make it into a splinter. We sharpen it. We make it smooth, and we use it as a writing utensil.
And this is a bone pencil. Ooh, ah.
What kind of, that's wood, right?
No, that's bone.
This one kind of looks like wood right here.
No, that's bone. Then we create a story, either something that's tribal that needs to be remembered, and not forgotten. Many of the old scrolls have ceremony or initiations for different rites of knowledge, but also they're scrolls of teaching. And these teaching scrolls are important today for the young people, for our families. We're forgetting many of the things that the old people are left, how to put them to ourselves and live by them.
My name is Vanessa Connor, and my story is called The Hungry Village. Okay, so this is the village, and like the people in it are like really, really hungry for like many days, and there's no buffalo, like, and there's nothing on the trees or anything. So then they have like a ceremony, like to pray for food and stuff. And then the next morning they go to the river, and there's fish, but there's not a lot of fish, and they're really happy, but they don't want to take the fish because then there won't be any more fish for years to come, because they won't be able to like make more little fish babies. So then that night they have another ceremony, and they pray for their fish to like make babies and stuff. And then the next morning they go to the river, and there's lots of fish. And then they get the fish, so then there's a lot of food for the next couple of years because they get all those fish, and then, yeah, the end.
So once the story is written down and symbols are attributed to it, they're mnemonic, and they'll help us remember the valuable lessons in each story. Then we transcribe those onto the bark, etch them onto the bark. We attach the cherry woods. We split them in half, and then we use the weegoop to tie them up on the sides. And what we have is a birch bark scroll with writing symbology on it. And that's going to last a long time. It'll last hundreds of years and could be passed down from person to person if they're kept in a good place out of the light.
Hi, my name is Maya. My story is about when the earth first began. When animals used to talk, there's this girl, she went into the valley one day and she saw a lot of animals there, and the animals, they didn't talk to her or come near her because they were afraid. So she talked to them and told them that she wouldn't hurt them and that she loved animals. So a bear came to her, and the bear talked to her, and she hugged the bear, and the bear hugged her, and she was surprised that the bear could talk. She told the bear that she loved him, the animals in the valley. And then one day she was there for a whole day, and then the bear told her that it was time to go home because the animals needed rest. So the girl went back to her village, and days went on. They used to talk. The end.
That words?
No. It's like you have a line here. It's a double line, and that's how it's done. And
And in the wintertime when stories are told, tobacco should be given, a feast food should be prepared, and before they're bringing out of the scrolls, and there should be smudging going on. And this is how our people passed down knowledge, stories, taught our children, taught our youth, and also kept a record of important events of our people.
My name is Cage Bershey, and this is a buffalo rhyme. One day, cold in the snow, with a buffalo, got a man with a bow and arrow. Buffalo so strong, sing a hunting song. Now I'll come along and turn the story to a song. Here we go on a cold night, the wind will blow, fallen snow, herd a buffalo, hunter with a bow. It's a wild, wild west show, just to feed the tribe some more.
Thank you.
He has an arrow and then this is some grass.
So you're a teepee woman. You people lived in the teepee, the great lodges. Just for one day, okay? Let's bring back the old things, the things from the past.
Okay, so here's
Something
a picture of you.
from the past.
Then you're going to show a picture of you and
Talking.
whoever else this is.
The
till you're very
Blackhorns,
old.
many of them
Very
are
old.
running.
So that means many?
Yeah, that means many.
Wiping all your
Just
tears.
for one day, bring back the old things, the old Lakota ways. The way of the Lakota were given by the, what ways were given by the Lakota? Who gave the Lakota ways? The white buffalo calf woman. Wasn't she?
Maybe be your best
Okay,
friend.
so,
To the two people again.
let's see.
When I smile, you smile. But you can make them nicer.
She's got this bundle.
And here's a sad heart. Glad heart, sad heart.
Because she is a spiritual person, there's a circle around
You
her.
want to show a sad heart, maybe?
And what is she bringing? She's bringing the buffalo calf pipe.
Feeling bad. Let's see,
Bundle.
This will be feeling bad too or crying.
Okay.
Well, you can make them a little bigger. They don't have to be any certain way, but it's
Our buffalo casting with buffalo pride. Okay, there you go.
Let's put all the things about us behind us just for one day. All our Lakota ways and our moccasins and dresses, buffalo meat and horses, all our Lakota lessons and Lakota pride.
Rewind the good times.
yeah.
Yes, the cherished moments. Okay, I don't see that symbol in here. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there it is. Okay, there it is. Right.
Rewind good times, cherish moments, love what you got, love what you had. Stop the nightmares and remember it all.
Wow, that was beautiful. It's a wrap.
Thank you.
My name is Reese James, and my story is about my story is called The Love Story. And there was this girl with really long hair, and she came out of her teepee and found her tribe dead. And the Cheyennes was waiting for her. They took her to their wigwam, and she's now a prisoner. And then a soldier came to the wigwam to save the girl, and then they fell in love.
That would be almost like hiding.
So what does a turtle think?
I don't know if this is simple.
What's he trying to do? So he's trying to get, what is a turtle like?
Donut with
And don't tell me turtles like donuts. They eat bugs.
Do they?
Yeah.
They eat flies.
Flies, exactly. Different things. You ready to do yours?
I think so.
You think so? You're never definite, are you? I might be. I don't know. Could be.
I always say think so because and I just have to get everything right.
You think so? So this is the birch bark. Got different sizes and different pieces. What?
Where'd you put mine?
Where's Rosie this morning? Where's Rosie? What class is she in?
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
This side?
No, we used the dark side. No, the light side.
Let's see. Feel how it feels first by drawing on this first.
Might be coming back in the spring.
This was
No,
cool.
not paying now. I told her that just they only getting paid for one.
There's one early morning, a happy bear wandered through the woods, and then he met a wise man who spoke life. Then the bear got sad. He got scared and thought he was gonna die. Then the wise man spoke, saying, "Don't be scared." And then he wasn't afraid anymore. And
He
bear
went
was
off
happy
into
at the
bed.
end.
My name is Burrito. I am sorry I killed the buffalo with my arrows. I am sorry for the war. I am sorry to the dead. I am sorry I lived my life that way. I was a soldier, then a prisoner, then a spirit among the stars. That is Rosie, but it's not Burrito today. I didn't really write it that good. I was scribbling.
It's a good story.
Thank you.
It's a poem, isn't it?
Yeah. I made it up yesterday.
Well, you have to understand the importance of the bark, the tree itself. The tree itself is a protector. It's said that it was given life to Nanabuju when the thunders, he had transgressed against the thunders, and the thunders came after him, and the tree offered him safety, and because of that he gave power and life to Wiigwaas. And Wiigwaas, if in its life form, has many different qualities, magical qualities. People have worked with this special wood and the bark of the Wiigwaas knows that we have a long history, and we should always view it as just not any tree in the forest, but it is a special tree. It's a holy tree, and we have to always respect it and honor it. They gave us life, it covers us up. We are able to use it to make our crafts. It's a medicine. It's a writing instrument. We use it for many decorative and utilitarian properties. It's also a food. The sap of it is very sweet. It tastes like watermelon. The fact that we are allowed to imprint on its bark our life, our life's histories, our life stories, even creates a greater relationship with it. So it becomes us, and we become part of it, and our country is all the greater. Our people, our history, our culture is all the greater because of Wiigwaas. It has done much for us, and the fact that we've written our histories on it is, and recorded our good times, our bad times, our ancient and our future. I think the spirit will always have I can't imagine the spirit world being without it. And I always think that where I want to be buried is have one of these special trees nearby. Perhaps I will become one in the next world.
Once upon a time, there was a big snake. He was all kinds of colors. And he would climb this hill every night to look at the moon, and he fell in love with the moon. Then he kept on doing that, and then he noticed that the moon never seen him. So he decided to go to a bigger mountain. And once he found a bigger mountain, the moon was starting to notice him. So she was interested in his colors. So she spoke to him, and the moon the snake got happy. Then they lost track of time, and they were talking forever. And then the moon noticed that her husband was coming up, the sun. So she had to run down to his lodge really fast as the sun was coming up. The sun found something suspicious. And so he got mad, and then the next morning he decided to rise earlier, and then he decided to rise earlier, and he caught the snake and the moon talking. He got mad, and he told the snake he was going to squish him into a million pieces. And as the sun stomped on the snake, he became a million pieces, and the sun got happy. And that's how we got all the snakes on the earth today, from all the little million of pieces the sun squished the snake into.
It's almost like I have so many symbols, a bunch of symbols. It's being